All right, and welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today we are reviewing the beginning of the movie the Cornetto Trilogy, Shaun of the Dead. Came out in 2004, we said?
Mm-hmm.
A movie I've seen bits and pieces of. Chris has seen it multiple times. And so we decided to do it, and I'm excited we did because it was fucking hilarious.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. I knew I was going to enjoy it. I like Simon Pegg. He's a good guy.
See, I do know you like him.
He was in Star Wars and Mission Impossible.
Yep. Star Trek, the new ones.
Oh, he was in Star Trek. We got to do those.
I
want to see the last one. I didn't see the last one.
See him in was it fucking Clive Owen? I think he's in those.
Star Trek?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he's Bones. I'm pretty sure he's the doctor. He doesn't have a beard though, if I remember right.
I think you're thinking of somebody different.
Yeah, am I?
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban. Who did I say?
Clive Owen.
Who the fuck is that?
You don't even know.
Who is that?
I can't give you a...
Yes, Carl Urban is definitely who I was thinking of.
Because I was like, no.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I was like, no, that's not...
You can't mean Christopher Plummer. You can't mean him. Can't be Max von Sydow.
Max von Owen. Oh, yeah, I was like, man, where'd you get Clive Owen from?
Charles
In
Urban.
charge.
Charles Urban.
Who? Man, where'd you get Clive Owen from?
I don't even fucking know. I think I mixed them up in the past, maybe on the record, maybe off the record, but I'm pretty sure I mixed those two up in the past also.
Maybe.
Carl Urban. Damn.
But yeah, you've never seen anything with Clive Owen. I
don't
know
think
we
so.
haven't watched anything with Clive Owen.
I don't think so.
I know he was in the Matt Damon movies, Jason Bourne. He was in the first one. He died. He was also in Inside Man with Denzel Washington. I know I've told you about that. And he was in a movie, an apocalypse movie, like an apocalyptic movie, where No Children for Men or something. You ever heard of that? No Children of Men? No Children of God? But basically, it's him and either it's Julianne Moore. Him and Julianne Moore.
Okay.
There hasn't been a baby born in like 25 years. And then somebody ends up pregnant. And so they have to save the person who's pregnant because everybody's trying to get the baby.
Why?
I don't know. But nobody's been born until, so like the youngest person, I don't want to say they try to kill that person, but something. It's weird.
That sounds like an interesting premise.
It is. It was okay. It wasn't like I didn't rewatch it because I'm okay.
Because nobody fucking knows who Clive Owen is.
He was also in Sin City. Have you seen that? Mm-mm. You haven't seen Sin City?
I have not.
You know a movie you should watch? Have you ever heard of this movie called The Spirit?
No, but I know it's a similar thing, right? It's all black and white except for like red.
Yeah, okay. Well, kind of. But yeah, it's like what are those called? Graphic novel movie. Great movie. Samuel L. Jackson. I just saw it's on either Peacock or HBO Max because I was looking for a movie to watch last night, and I saw it and I was like, I've only seen it once, maybe twice, and I remember it being good. I don't remember the main guy. He's somebody. I don't know who he is, but the bad guy, Samuel L. Jackson. The two ladies in the movie. I would have to see the poster.
What's
but
it called? The Spirit?
The Spirit. The one chick is Scarlett Johansson. And maybe Rosario Dawson. But Samuel Jackson is the villain. And every time Samuel Jackson on screen, he dresses up in different outfits.
Gabriel Macht.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't know who that is. Samuel
I
Jackson,
don't know.
Scarlett Johansson, Jamie King.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
But
and then a lot of actors who don't get headshots on
facts.
IMDb.
But it's basically like a old timey police detective kind of thing. And I think he wears a mask. The Spirit. It's just It's a good movie though. But Samuel L. Jackson,
Yeah, he does. He has like one of those like Green Hornet masks on.
just his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He dresses up in different outfits every time they show him on screen. One of the outfits he has on a whole Hitler thing. Samuel Jackson. And there's like a Nazi flag behind him.
Oh my God.
It's a whole thing. And I'm like, what is this movie? It's all red. And like he's in this like with the boots up to the knee. Yeah, it's great. It's a great visual at least for the movie. But yeah, good times. I don't know why we started talking about that. Clive Owen. That's why. How did we get on that?
Because I said Clive Owen instead of Carl Urban being in Star Trek.
Oh, because we were talking about Simon Pegg.
Yes.
There it is. We're back. We're back around.
We made it.
We made it. We're back full circle.
We made it out of the rabbit hole.
Let's see. Before we get started, through a painstaking process, we decided to do blue raspberry slushies. So let me tell you what we do for our. How we pick them. I basically pick a number, and I ask Chris to pick a number, and then I count. I count the Kool-Aid packets that we use, and I ask Chris to pick a number. He picked a number. I did not like it.
Neither of us wanted that
You
number.
didn't. Yeah, you didn't want it either.
No, I didn't want strawberry.
You were like 9, and I was like, as soon as I passed 8, I was like, damn it. And then I got to 9, I was like, ugh. I was like, strawberry. You're like, I swear I thought you were gonna be like, all right, good, and I'd have been fine with it. But you're like, ugh. I was like, hey, all right, pick again. Great. Like it made me feel good that you wanted to pick again. Then he picked again. We didn't want that number.
No. Was it what, mixed berry?
I think it was.
Yeah, we didn't want that.
And then the next one he picked was berry. And after 3 strikes, you're out. And I was like, what if we just do blue raspberry lemonade?
Because I was one away from that, like every
Each
time I
time.
picked a number.
Every time. You picked 9. No, you picked 10. And it was 9.
Yep.
Then you picked 3 and it was 4.
And I picked 8.
You picked 8. It was 9. So yes, we came to a delicious agreement. Blue raspberry slushies, guys. Delicious. Let's see. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers. Need some likes. All right, welcome back. And let's get started with our cast with young Chris.
All right, so Shaun of the Dead cast. We got Simon Pegg, of course, as Shaun, Kate Ashfield as Liz, Nick Frost as Ed, Shaun's best friend / kind of bum, ne'er-do-well. Lucy Davis as Diane, Dylan Moran as David. I'm only really going to do characters who had like lines and stuff because there's a lot of zombies in here.
That's fair.
Peter Serafinowicz is Pete. Amazing. Rafe Spall is Noel, the fucking dickhead at the store that Shaun works at. Podcast favorite.
Oh, okay.
Bill Nighy is Philip.
Yes.
Sean's stepfather.
Not his dad.
Not his dad.
Stepdad.
Jessica Hines as Yvonne, kind of the like, I don't know, parallel universe Shaun, because she had her own little gang.
Facts.
Other than that, Penelope Wilton is Barbara, his mother. Martin Freeman as Declan, Yvonne's boyfriend, who has like one line in the movie, in one scene. I'm going to mention him because I love him. Matt Lucas is Yvonne's cousin Tom. I know him from Community. He is the obsessive Professor Spacetime fan that Abed meets at the convention. He's also current co-host of the Great British Bake Off, which is amazing, and he's hilarious on that. Aside from that,
so here's my thing about him. I don't like him. But besides that, and that's just my own little negative that I just don't like him. Which one was he in line? Was he the last one?
yes.
That kind of mirrored
Yeah,
Ed.
he was Ed, yeah.
How come I didn't know? I think he had hair.
He had a wig on, I think. Because I think he has, like, what is it? Alopecia? Yeah, like Stan Sitwell.
Yeah.
Because I think he's, like, completely smooth.
I know I shouldn't judge somebody for that. But he gives me a creep.
He looks like he's from the future.
So you've never seen Bridesmaids?
I have, yes, and he's in that.
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen that.
Have you seen it?
He's on.
When'd you watch it?
Oh, like within the last few months.
Okay. Maybe you did tell me.
Yeah, because I watched that, and then we watched the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Did you watch that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I liked it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did talk about that.
I liked it.
You know, I was looking at, was it Peacock?
Mm-hmm.
I think Peacock. Maybe Peacock. Either Peacock or HBO Max. But they have all 4 of the Ocean's movies, including 8 with all the women.
Ooh.
I know. I just saw it last night. I'm so excited. I might
Because
watch that.
it's 11, 12, 13,
And then 8.
8. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's so good. So good. Sorry. So back to Bridesmaids. Yes, he is he is what's her name's roommate with, I can't think of her name right now.
Rebel Wilson.
Mm-hmm. So I thought they were actual siblings. And they both cringe me out. I don't mind Rebel Wilson, but in Bridesmaids I was just like don't like them.
That's fair. I think that's probably the point.
Facts.
But yes,
They did their job.
I enjoy him in the things I've seen him in.
That's fair.
And he's like barely in this, but I still think it's funny.
That's fair. I'm sorry. You keep going.
That's it. Like, that's about it. There's only the only other people on the list. Edgar Wright is in it as a zombie and as one of the people that reads the news. Aside from that, it's just like zombies and people who you would only really know if you're probably from the UK.
Facts.
Because, like, I've heard of this guy, Rob Brydon. He's one of the people who, like, you just hear his voice on one of the news things. I know him from the Big Fat Quiz series that my fiance Megan showed to me, where they have, like, celebrities, like UK celebrities on there, and they do, like, a quiz for whatever happened throughout the world in the last year.
Oh, yeah.
And it's usually, like, people that are funny, and he's actually pretty damn funny on there. Because I think he's, like, I think he's a host of some kind of show over there, but he's on it fairly often, and he's pretty funny. It's like him, Noel Fielding. I think Matt Lucas was maybe on there once. Russell Brand, and then other people that are just basically known in the UK. I think Martin Freeman was on it. Warwick Davis was on it a couple times.
Nice.
Is
he British?
He gets work, yeah. And it's hosted by Jimmy Carr, fucking hilarious stand-up comedian.
Yeah. I would say I just listened to Rise of Skywalker, and Warwick Davis,
dude,
was my first choice to talk about when I did the cast, and because he did it with his son. He's
got like so many credits.
Yeah, he did
so many things.
Well, they called him, I think it was Warwick Wicket in Rise of Skywalker, and then his actual son played his son in Rise of Skywalker, and I was so excited to figure that out, and I was like, yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna do somebody, I'm not gonna go all the way down the list, and you're like, I think I know.
Because didn't we figure out that he was in every trilogy?
I'm pretty sure we
plus
did.
Both side movies.
Yes, almost certain.
Yeah,
because I think I said it, I was like, if I know that C-3PO actor, I can't think of his name right now, Anthony Daniels has like the most whatever, but I was like, Warwick is close.
Has to be.
But hey, whatever. But yeah. But you go ahead and go. Sorry.
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
That's the cast. So
the only other person I saw in here that I knew was Chris Martin. And I only know the name because he was in a band called Coldplay.
Okay, they were on the news at the end, weren't they? Like the band that they were doing like the because they didn't say the name of the band. But like, oh, they're doing the benefit for zombie aid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. It could have been him. He was also a zombie too. Just him though. Okay. Not. So I don't know who anyone else is. But yeah.
Yeah. Aside from that, that's about it.
Cool beans.
So I'm going to hand it over to Keith for the plot of Shaun of the Dead. So my.
I don't know. I'm having a day, guys. Not really. Let's see. The cast. Or nope. The plot. This is what I'm doing.
You got it.
I'm going to take some slushy real quick, guys. Give me a sec. Okay. All right. The plot of Shaun of the Dead. It's actually pretty simple, and I actually like it. But either way, Shaun and his loser best friend Ed, they live in this apartment together, and it's them two and Peter's. So how do you say his last name?
I don't know if it's Serafinowicz or like Serafinowicz or whatever.
Oh.
Him and the Tick.
That guy. Or the prick.
Boy, prick.
Thank you. Tip your waitresses.
But yes, please do.
Please. Thank you. They live in this apartment together. Ed is just notoriously just lazy. But the movie starts out with them at a bar called the Winchester. And they call it the Winchester because there's a Winchester rifle at the top of the bar that is supposedly decommissioned. We'll see. But it starts off with Shaun talking to his girlfriend Liz, and her asking, why do we keep coming to the Winchester? Why aren't we going out? Why are we still hanging out with Ed? And then he points out, well, we always hang out with Di and David. And he's like, yeah, but they're at least okay. He's like, what does he say? It's like, you called him a failed actress and a twat. To be fair, I never said failed actress.
Never called Diana a failed actress. Love it.
Which that means he did call David a twat.
Classic.
I love it. So it starts out that again, there's little hints in the background that something's going on, but we don't know what. We know what, but the characters don't know what. So Shaun lives his day as like he always does. It goes to he's at the apartment. Peter, the other roommate, doesn't like Ed either. He thinks Ed's a piece of shit. They keep leaving the front door open, which may or may not come back to bite him in the ass. And then there's like a one shot, a tracking shot or a one shot take with him walking to the store, getting a pop, and then coming back, sit down and play video games. And then he realizes he has to go to work because he forgot about that. And he goes to work at an electronics shop. And again, hints in the back, more hints in the back of zombie activity or somebody getting sick. Let's see, what else? Oh, also at the same time, he promises his girlfriend of however many years they've been together that he's going to take her out on a dinner that night, the night that he, whatever. And he keeps forgetting. His stepdad stops by his store, his job, and tells him, you need to visit your mom. You need to bring flowers this time because you didn't bring them last time. His stepdad is Bill Nighy.
Fucking Davy Jones.
Yep, Davy Jones.
Classic.
David Jones.
Also, what's his name? Is it Victor?
Oh yeah, from Underworld. Love it. Love it. Just a great guy. Let's see. I forgot where I was. So he goes to buy his flower for his mom. So they take him through like a normal day. Again, there's hints in the background, but it takes him through his normal day. He buys a flower for his mom. He zones out a lot because he doesn't like where his life is going. End all be all, he doesn't go visit his mom. He doesn't take his girlfriend out on a date, and Ed is still getting drunk and trying to go to the Winchester. and he ends up breaking up with Liz. And Ed says the fateful words, "It's not the end of the world." And lo and behold, it is, because they wake up the next day from a drunken night of drunkenness to everybody in London being a fucking zombie, basically. And then after that, Shaun turns into a superhero, and I love it. And I think that's the plot.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think I've missed anything. So, yeah, no, that is the plot. Super ease. Let's see. All right, let's get to some likes. Would you like me to go first, or would you like to go first? Hey, we're gonna probably go back to back, but it is what it is.
Okay. Go back to back.
Sure.
Okay. You want to start?
Yeah, let's do that.
Do it.
My first like, I'm pretty sure I got to pull it back up, but I'm pretty sure I wrote Simon Pegg. I like Simon Pegg, and he was the first one on the screen. He is hilarious every single time I've ever seen him. Star Trek, Star Wars, Mission Impossible. He's always so funny. He also co-wrote this too. So, yeah, I thought Shaun was hilarious, and or Shaun or Simon or whatever you want to call him. I just thought he was so funny. He played his character well, and he was funny. And that's pretty much it.
I agree. I think Simon Pegg's a good actor. I think he's funny. He also does a very good, like, American accent in The Boys. Not HBO, the Amazon show. He plays one of the dude's dads, and he's just a fucking average American dad.
Really?
I think he gets killed. But he's just in it, and he has no accent, like no English accent at all. And it's amazing. Yeah,
I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure he's... Even in Mission Impossible, he has a British accent, I think. I don't know. I'd have to watch it again, which wouldn't be a bad idea.
There you go. Well, no, I agree. Simon Pegg's great. Him running around with that cricket bat. Classic.
You know what I thought of?
Casey Jones?
No. Bum Paddle magazine. I meant to say it like 5 times. I was like, Bum Paddle.
I found a new hiding spot for that magazine.
I know.
He's going to take me down to the bum paddle course and show me how to play.
Yeah, that's all I thought. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, bum paddle.
God, she whacks him on the ass, just laughs a crazy person.
Right. My tiny teddy.
Tiny teddy.
Oh, she really went back for the grapes.
She really liked
She loved the grapes.
And then Michael felt like he deserved a $15 thing of candy beans.
Oh, good time. That's like one of my favorite episodes.
That's up there.
It's terrible.
It's bad, but it's hilarious.
It's so terrible.
It's so bad, but it's hilarious.
It's like she had, what was it called? Ocean City or something?
Yes.
Or whatever it was. It's like, if you don't have any more land, make land. It's like, oh, genius.
Just walk on the ocean.
Just walk on the ocean, Michael. Why am I not going into the water?
Ever thought she was like so deep because of her accent?
Is this your trick? No, Michael.
It's not my trick.
It's not.
Next time on Arrested Development, it's my illusion.
I want to watch that episode tonight.
I want to watch the whole series again.
Yes, I should do that. I'm actually, you know what? I started Superstore last night. Have you ever seen that?
I've been told I should watch it. I never have.
I've seen clips of it on TikTok.
Because it's on Peacock, right?
Yes.
Because I want to watch, it's on Peacock, I want to watch AP Bio. Because it's got Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt's in it.
And Glenn Howerton from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch that, and I haven't yet.
If I watch, it would be way a long time to watch that because I'm only on the 3rd or 4th season of Modern Family, so it's gonna be a while. But Superstore, I was like, let me start it. It is dumb, but it's funny.
I've heard it's pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie. The one guy from Parks and Rec is in it. He was the pest control guy. Was it pest control? Yeah, when Andy Dwyer tackled the raccoon or possum.
The animal control guys?
Yeah, the animal control, sorry. He's the black dude. The bigger is like the taller guy. And because when they went to go hire more, it was both.
Yeah, they both applied for the same job, so they just got fired from. Oh man, That's hilarious.
Yes, they're high all the time. He's in it. He's in a wheelchair. He's disabled. Listen, I was like, okay, Keith, maybe he got disabled in real life. I was like, no, I don't think he did, but he's funny.
Okay.
And they get there's like a magazine. Oh, remember the secret agent from Community that fell in love with Abed? Mm-hmm. She was also in Happy Endings.
Okay.
She's in this episode, the last episode I just watched.
Okay.
She's there to interview the manager for their in-store magazine. And he's like, "Oh, I need to call off that day." The black dude. And he goes, "Why?" He's like, "They're gonna want a picture of me." He's like, "Wow, that's a pretty big ego." He's like, "Ego aside," he's like, "They just want me because I'm disabled." He's like, "They see me in a wheelchair. Oh, I'm getting on the cover." And then he shows them like the last 6 covers. It's like disabled people. Well, somebody didn't have an arm. One lady had those little like little arm crutches or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Oh." He's like, "Yeah." They came in with the camera, and the guy with the camera was like, "Okay, who do we want to?" He's in a wheelchair. And he like rolls away.
Okay.
And then he's like, in the middle of the episode, he's helping out this customer. And he's like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" He's like, "Okay." And he holds up his middle finger, and he's like, "Blah, blah." He's like, "Dude, why are you flipping me off?" He's like, "I'm sorry." He's trying to take a picture of me, and he can't use it if I do this. It's the dumbest show. I know. I was like, damn it. This is dumb. Watch this. Either way. I don't know how we got on this, but
I don't know. I don't know.
We can talk. I think it's your like. We've been talking about so many other things.
I think we got there through Arrested Development.
Yes.
Because of Bum Paddle Magazine. I'm thinking about it again.
Yeah,
okay. All right. My first thing I wrote down was realistic depiction of people playing video games. Because when Shaun sits down on the couch next to Ed, he's just pushing buttons he's not like moving the controller around. He's not like pushing every button on the controller at once. Nothing. There's no like outrageous movements. He's just sitting there, just hitting buttons, looking at the screen.
That's a fair point.
Dead-eyed individual, and I'm like, you know what? That's more accurate.
I agree with you. The only thing I was hoping, because I remember watching that, and I was like, I don't know why I was watching it so intently too. I was like, But when he crossed over, I was hoping Ed would do this because I would have done that. Like, you got to move to the side.
Yeah, did a lean.
But he didn't. But I was like, oh, but I still get it though. Yeah. I was like, okay. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
Because it kind of bugs me when I see people in a show playing video games and they're just like going ape shit on those controllers.
Facts.
And, like, if they turn and show the game that they're playing, you know they're not hitting all those buttons, or that they had no reason to hit all those buttons, because they're usually playing like an FPS game, usually play like a Call of Duty or some kind of shooter game. In this case, it was a Time Splitters game, I think, according to the credits of the movie. And those games generally don't require a lot of button play. It's like triggers or whatever your face button is to shoot, and you look around. And they weren't trying to wow anybody with their video game playing prowess in this one. I enjoyed it. So that's it. That's my first one.
That's a fair assessment.
It's a nothing like, but it means something to me. I look for that in things. Because it bugged me in Scott Pilgrim when it looked like young Neil didn't have a game in his DS, but then it turns out he had the Game Boy Advance cartridge at the bottom of the DS. So he could still be playing something.
That's fair. That's a good eye.
I look for those for no other reason than beside it kind of bothers me.
Listen, I'm not mad about it. I like it. That's a good one.
But that's the first one I wrote down. So
my next Edgar Wright, because he also directed Scott Pilgrim, and I could tell in like the first couple minutes of I was like, if I wasn't paying attention to this movie, I would think I was watching Scott Pilgrim.
In some parts, yeah.
Because I was like, this is like every time he washed his hands, every single time. Yeah, because that's exactly what they did to Scott. They did the same thing with Ramona. You zoom in on the wash your hands.
A lot of like quick cuts, a lot of zooms, and sound effects to go with
it. Yeah. I was like, this is great. I was like, Edgar Wright knows what he's doing.
I agree.
He knows what he's doing for him, at least. So
The only movies of his that I know I've seen are this trilogy, Scott Pilgrim, and I'm pretty sure Baby Driver was him also.
Yeah, I've never seen that. That's the one I haven't seen.
I don't know if it had a lot of the same quick cuts. It might have, but it definitely had his like soundtrack work where like the music pretty much synced up with what was happening on the screen.
Fair.
And I'm pretty sure it was him, or at least someone told me it was. It might not be him, but I think it was. But I like his movies, if that's the case.
Yeah, I like his style of movies. I like Scott Pilgrim. This is great. I like this movie too. So yeah, that was my next like Edgar Wright. You can't really go wrong with that.
Never done anything wrong to me. So I'll agree with that.
Me neither. And anybody who made Scott Pilgrim is okay in my book.
There you go.
Pilgrim.
And John Wayne.
When did you get here?
When did you come in? What did you do with Keith?
So I was that accent. Oh, it's gonna have John Wayne rolling in his grave. Goddamn. Speaking of, I saw a tweet a while ago. It said it was, of course, bashing some group, but it was like God is gonna roll over in his grave. God's in the grave?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Where's God's grave at?
Not only listen, believe in who you want to believe in, but you believe in God, but you think He's in a grave. No wonder why my prayers aren't getting through. I'm not talking to the person. I'm not talking. I'm talking up. I need to be talking down.
The mailbox is overflowing with in messages.
I was like, "You idiot!" Like, but I already knew he was an idiot because he was bashing a certain group of people, and I'm just like, "Oh, you idiot!"
Jesus will be spinning in his grave.
He'd be spinning on his cross, bitch.
Providing electricity.
Jesus would be spinning in his rock cave. Rock lobster.
Fuck out of here.
I'm in a weird mood today. Sorry.
Rock lobster. I have that song in my Spotify playlist.
Really?
It's a B-52s.
I only know it from Family Guy.
Yep. That's
and
I think
love
the first
it.
time I heard it.
Rock lobster.
Yeah. It's the B-52s. It's dumb.
This is dumb too,
fucking
but have you
dumb.
ever seen the Family Guy when he goes, a rock lobster?
I don't know.
They show him singing the song, and he instead of rock lobsters, rock lobster. And he goes, a rock lobster. And it's a lobster with a turban on it.
Oh my god.
I know.
Oh my god.
I know.
How have the creators of Family Guy not been like murdered at some point?
I don't know. Because everybody loves Seth MacFarlane, even though I think he looks weird as shit.
I really don't care too much for him, to be honest.
Well, that's fair.
But that's just me.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Family Guy makes me laugh from time to time. Old Family Guy made me laugh.
Oh, definitely
a
Old
lot.
Family Guy.
I haven't watched a new episode of Family Guy in years, so I couldn't tell you if it still would entertain me. But the stuff I remember always made me laugh.
I feel like it does. I feel like it would. It would entertain me, but I'd rather not.
But yeah, I don't want to. I kind of don't want to find out.
Also, yeah, same. That's fair. Either way, you're like.
My next like is the incomparable Bill Nighy.
Bill Nighy.
I've liked him in everything I can remember seeing him in. He's in all three of these Cornetto Trilogy movies in some form or fashion. He's in all three of these.
Nice.
He's Davy Jones. Great. He's King of the Vampires in Underworld, at least the first one. He is the evil corporate head in Detective Pikachu.
He is.
Who becomes Mewtwo.
Oh, that was such a great voice for Mewtwo.
I feel like he's in something else that we watched.
I don't know.
But everything I've seen him in that I can remember, I've liked him. And he was great in this also as Shaun's stepdad, Phil. I liked him. He was just very dry. Yeah. Seemed like he wasn't likable. And then at the end when he was dying, after before he becomes a zombie, he's like, I know it wasn't easy. I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, it can't be easy. You were already 12 years old when I met you. You were so grown up already. And Shaun's like, oh fuck, we're gonna have a moment.
Listen, I was not expecting it. And I was like, shit, okay. Good thing I'm not feeling depressed today because I would have some tears coming out.
Because he went to his house with intent to kill him because Shaun did not like him.
He did.
And he was like, gotta kill him. That's part of the plan. And they ended up having a moment. And the whole movie is like, oh, that's not my dad. He's not my real dad. It's my stepdad. And then after he died, he's like, "Oh, that's not my dad." And his mom's like, "Shaun, please." Like, no, he was.
Yeah,
but he's not anymore. Now that he's a zombie, he's like, he's not anymore. And then he reaches up and turns off the fucking music in the car.
That's not your husband.
There's nothing other man you love in there. Turns off the music, and everyone's like, "Oh, let's get the fuck out of here." Hilarious.
And I don't have a lot of likes written down, to be fair, but that part, great. But I will say though, that kind of set up the fact that the zombies could also turn into not like other, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say. At the end of the movie. Yeah. I guess I didn't even pick that up, but I was like, huh.
That's fair. Yeah, because I guess I didn't even really think about that.
Yeah.
Until you just said that.
Yeah. Because obviously,
because it's easy to think of it as just like a throwaway gag, but also when it comes back at the end, because a lot of stuff in this movie comes back.
Oh, absolutely, it does. Everything comes back for sure. I agree, which is great though, because there were so many. I didn't put it as my like, but like everything that was in the background cracked me the fuck up.
Yep.
Like every just I can't even remember right now, but like just the people, like, okay, I did write it down. Sorry, you finish your like, and then I'll go.
No, that was it. Was Bill Nighy, because my next like is probably gonna play into yours in some fashion.
Okay, so I wrote hints of zombies, and I don't know what that was, but yeah, hints of zombies. Everybody, first off, just like the coloring of the whole entire movie was very like pale and whatever, and then everybody who was around Shaun was pale. Their eyes were dark. They had like, they were expressionless almost, and I was just like, this is good. I get it. This makes sense. And it's smart to do when you're trying to show that Shaun doesn't realize what's going on, because everybody looks like that all the time because they hate their lives or they hate their jobs or whatever they're doing. And then just like people in the background, like walking really slow, him, like people not noticing him, but also they see him kind of like how zombies would, like, oh, you pass a zombie and they look at you for a second and then you keep going. And there were so many like jump scares before the zombies became zombies. The fucking the corner store guy jumped out of nowhere. I forgot who else did. Somebody else did too.
Every time the fucking phone rang at his job, and that old kid was right there. He's like, "Who was that?
Yeah,
who was that?
Yeah,
phone call for you."
By the way, when he took the phone call from Liz, I was like, "This is Scott Pilgrim. This is so Scott Pilgrim."
See, I was getting Michael Scott vibes. Like, okay, buddy, I'll talk to you later.
Hilarious. I didn't see that.
Just watch that the other day.
I was just thinking of when the phone came in, like, oh, it's for you. Like, I love it. I love it. Like, out of nowhere. But yeah,
when he was talking to his sister.
Yeah. But yeah, it was borderline genius how the background of everything happened, because when they became zombies, it still looked the same, but you knew the difference. Like the guy, when he walked out of his house and the guy was walking down the street and his ankle was turned over, because you got to have a zombie with the ankle fucked up. He has to have a limp. And I was just like, this is great. This is so good. And then it turns out to be the bum that actually changed the other day, and he's like, I don't have any money, without a dog on the fucking leash.
Yes.
Great stuff. I was like, this is amazing. And then the Winchester rifle coming back and all that, but I'm sure you're going to talk about that, but go ahead. Okay. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. Are you good?
No, that's it. So you said if it's going to run into yours, I'll let you.
Because my next like is the repetition and like returning and callbacks and everything, because it sets up a lot of stuff and then it does it again.
Yeah.
Because the first shot of him going to the shop, he buys the can of Coke at the shop, and like comes back without incident. He gets a soccer ball kicked at him by a kid, and he just looks at him and he's like, "You're dead." And next time we see the kid, he's fucking dead. He's a zombie.
Dead. Yeah.
He gives the bum some change. We see the guy washing his car, and like a jogger runs past him, and he goes into the shop. And then after the zombies are a thing, but he doesn't realize it yet, he goes to the shop, and the kid's not outside, but we see him later, and he's a zombie. The bum is walking down the street, but he's not up to him yet. The guy whose car was getting washed he's not there, but his car's there, and he's got like a hole punch in the windshield. And then not a jogger, but it's like someone just sprints past him because he's fucking running from zombies, presumably.
Oh yeah.
He goes into the shop, and there's, instead of the other guy being in the shop, there's like nobody, and there's bloody handprints on the cooler. He slips in some blood on his way up, doesn't fall, but doesn't even look up, doesn't even look down, just gets his little Cornetto ice cream cone, gets his can of Diet Coke. Shopkeeper's not there, so he just leaves the money. And as he's leaving the store, you see the shopkeeper start like coming out of the background, approaching him, and you just don't even think about it because, you know, he's like, I owe you 15, and leaves. Not a big deal. And then as we're on the way back to his house, the bum is closer, and he's like, oh, I don't have any fucking change. I didn't even have enough at the shop. And doesn't even, he like trips on the same curb.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep.
The shot, it was like basically shot for shot, and I love it.
That was good.
The lines with different, said a couple times with different meanings. When I wrote them down, when he meets Yvonne on his way to the shop or on his way to work, one or the other, they're like, they see each other like, oh, how you doing? Oh, surviving.
Yes.
And like, oh, are you still with Liz? Oh, somebody made it. Great. And then at the end, or in the middle of the movie, they run into each other again, and they each have their own like gang. And like, oh, how you doing? I'm surviving. And at the end of the movie, they run into each other again. It's like, oh, how you doing? We're surviving. And by that point, it's just Shaun and Liz. It's like, oh, glad somebody made it.
Yeah, she did say, I didn't even catch her made it part. Yes. Everything else I caught, but the made it part I didn't catch. She did say that.
Yes.
Wow.
And he said it to Pete. Your Ed says it about Pete after he calls him a fucking loser and everything. And he's like, man, next time I see that guy, he's dead.
Yep.
And the next time he sees him, he's a fucking zombie, and he takes a chunk out of him.
It's good.
It's good. Like I love a good callback. I love a good.
Same.
I love it. I liked it.
I agree.
It's good to me.
That's good stuff.
That's my next. That was my like.
Yeah. My turn now.
Yes.
A lot. I only have this because I've never seen this before. So, I guess this actually goes into your like you just said, but my last like recall of exacerbate because he says it.
I forgot to write that one. But
and then he says it, and then wait, does Shaun say it again? He's like, it's just going to exacerbate the situation after Liz says it to him. Because he's like, because Liz.
They say it 3 times.
Yeah, because then she says it to Ed.
She says it at the very beginning.
And she says it to.
He's like, oh, what do you mean? And she's like, oh, well, this and that. He's like, no, what does exacerbate?
No, what does that exacerbate mean? Exactly.
And then when they're at when he goes to her apartment, he's like, they're going to come in here, and that's just going to exacerbate things for all of us.
It's just great. Yes. I was like, yes. I think that's when I wrote it down. And then she goes, Ed, you're exacerbating things. He's like, what does that mean? And I'm like, this is great. So yeah, that ties into your like, but. Yeah, good times, man. Recall, sometimes it's just good.
I liked it.
It's always good. It's never not good, honestly. Some people don't like Recall, but I do. Why not? Especially if you're going to set up something. Because, I mean, this movie was all about foreshadowing.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Everything has foreshadowing in it. If you write with foreshadowing. You have to make it make sense.
Yeah.
You know? And the only thing I kept remembering, because you told me about this movie, was MacGuffin?
Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's gun.
Yes.
Yup. And I kept saying MacGuffin in my head. And I was like, they're like, oh, Winchester bar. And then they're like, oh, yeah, because of the Winchester rifle right there. And I was like, he did tell me about that. I was like,
yeah, because you told me that was an example of it. Because I remember saying at one point, I was like, oh, I really like that. What is it, like plot device or writing mechanic or whatever. And I was like, I couldn't name you one, but I like it. And you're like, you put out the list. You're like, Winchester rifle, Shaun of the Dead. I was like, yeah, fuck, it's literally a gun. In that case, it's literally a gun. Because
I had no idea. I'm reading off a teleprompter at that point. I'm like, hey, what about this? You're like, damn it. And I'm like, no. I didn't know. I wasn't saying you had to know.
It's literally a gun.
Yeah, you're like, damn it, it's literally a gun. I was like, okay, great.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of foreshadowing
about
the gun. And the gun's one of the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a funny thing, though. I didn't even think that was Chekhov's gun, though, when I read the description or the definition of it.
Yeah. Because, and I didn't think of it either. Because, they show it and they call attention to it. And then later on, they, actually, physically, use the gun.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like it's not the same.
Yeah, because it was there and like nobody mentioned because they specifically point out like, hey, that gun there.
Well, but
like
because
if you feel like that disqualifies it,
or it wasn't. No, I feel like it kind of disqualifies it because they say usually from what I read was that Chekhov's gun is something that's been mentioned, but everybody don't care about it, don't think about it, and then it saves their lives. I don't feel like the gun really saved their lives. Like it helped. But I don't think it was like the end all be all. Usually, from my understanding,
because they didn't get the gun and everybody survived.
Yeah,
they got the gun and like 2 people survived out of 6.
Yes.
So yeah.
So that's why I was like, so maybe that list isn't. Maybe that's why you didn't think of it because that list is. But I was like, I get it. It makes sense. But also, more people died after they got the gun.
Yes.
So
it got worse for them after that.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, it wasn't the gun's fault because the situation just wasn't getting any better.
Facts.
But
yeah, that's funny. But yeah, that's the end of my likes.
Okay. The last one that I wrote was the "Don't Stop Me Now" scene.
Great.
Because it was amazing. That's like the first thing I think of, honestly, I think when I think of this movie is that scene of them beating the shit out of that old barkeep with the pool cues, set to the music, and then Die whipping the darts at him and hitting Shaun in the fucking head, and Liz cranking him with the fire extinguisher while Ed does nothing. Or no, Ed was hitting him with the pool cue also, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets... and Shaun gets fucking knocked down. And I laugh at it every time. And you laughed at it too. When like he hits the ground, he does that like weird like hip swivel thing where like he spun his legs around and like got back up. Hilarious. Because why would you think that would happen?
Well, because usually when people do that, they're martial artists.
Yeah.
A.
Why would you think that was going to happen?
You think, oh, they're about to get up and kick some ass. Like he didn't do any of those things.
Yeah. He just like does a little flip and gets up. I love it.
I've done it before, and
it doesn't work for me.
It feels good if you're like, all right, I'm ready.
I've never done it right.
Same, probably not. But in my mind, in my mind's eye,
this is how I really thought about putting it in that one.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that whole scene, incredible.
That was a good scene. That was good.
Also,
the Queen thing. Now, what movie had that same song? And I think you hated it. It was either Birds of Prey or Suicide Squad. It had that song, Don't Stop Me Now. Or was it Shazam?
I think it was Shazam.
I don't know if you hated it.
No, I don't think, because I like that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
But I think it might have been Shazam, because I feel like it was during the montage of his like superpower test videos, maybe.
I thought they were fighting.
Was it?
I thought it was when he was fighting the doctor dude.
Maybe, I don't know.
And I thought you didn't like it because it wasn't needed. I don't know, maybe. But I remember it's been in a movie we watched, though.
Was it in Sonic? For some reason, I'm picturing the scene of him, like, when he introduces himself living in that little hole, and he's, like, reading his comics and doing his nunchucks and shit.
You might be right.
But I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's fucking Sonic. It's the guy talking about singing "Don't Stop Me Now." It's why would you stop Sonic? He's fast.
That's fair.
I like that song.
Okay, so there were a couple Queen songs in Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey, and I know you didn't like it. But
that's fair.
Not because of Queen,
to
but
be
because
fair,
of the movie.
I also didn't like those movies.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the fault. It wasn't entirely the fault of the songs.
It was not Queen's
It was
fault.
partially the fault of this usage of the songs in the first one, because I felt like it was just trying to be a different movie.
Fair.
That had already come out and been better. But yes,
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Other things I didn't write down, but I liked just like the banter between the characters and just like the back and forth. Anytime David gets called a twat was hilarious.
Every time they call Peter a prick. A prick.
And he's like, you're the one who's gone from being a chartered accountant to Charlton Heston. I'm not a chartered accountant. Well, you look like one. I'm a lecturer. You're a twat. Hilarious. I don't know why I think that back and forth is so funny while they're being like surrounded by zombies and they're just fucking screaming at each other.
We're talking about like having a moment when his mom died. Oh, I was like, oh. And he was like, we know it. And then David, of all fucking people,
chooses the great time to like, well, let's fucking shoot.
Yeah, to nut up like, bitch.
He did literally nothing
the entire show.
His weapon of choice was an umbrella that he did not swing.
He did.
Die at least had a fucking like log.
Right.
And I don't know what Liz had, some kind of hook thing.
I don't remember.
But yeah, David added nothing to the proceedings.
And the funny thing is, I pointed out that umbrella when we were watching. I was like, he has a fucking umbrella.
Fucking penguin. He's useless.
That doesn't have a gun attached.
It could have had a sword in it. It could have had a gun. It could have, I don't know, exploded. It could have done something. It didn't do shit.
Didn't even have like a mind control device in it. God damn.
David was a piece of shit.
No, I agree. He was. And then he was like, whoa, you know what we got to do? Oh, now you want to kill zombies?
Now you want to kill zombies because it's
zombie?
Sean's mom? Great.
Yeah. I felt bad for Shaun at that point.
Yeah, because then David falls to the ground and Shaun punches him out, and David falls to the ground on top of the gun and immediately points it at Shaun and pulls the fucking trigger.
Yeah, he did pull the trigger.
And clicked, thank God. But he was going to murder him. Yeah. Oh, you embarrassed me. I'll just kill you. What a bitch.
And he was right. He's like, you're only trying to kill me because you love fucking Liz.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Also, die. Come on.
Because you picked up on that at the beginning. You were like, are those two dating? When it was David and Di, and she was like, he's like, he's like, you, like, if you like her so much, why don't you go out with her? What does that mean?
He had that.
What does that even mean?
That's a good idea.
I don't know what he meant by that.
Yeah.
Di just kind of looks at him like, I know exactly what he fucking meant.
Exactly.
So
and I was like, wait. I had to figure it out. I'm like, wait, are they dating then?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. I'm like, I can't tell.
Yeah.
They look like best friends. And he looks like he's in love with Liz.
Yep.
So I was like, this guy, fucking. I feel bad for Di. Di was cute. Like, you don't have to be with that guy.
She didn't do anything. And then she fucking died going after him. If he was dead, he had been ripped apart. Yeah, he was dead. She was swinging his leg like a bat.
Hilarious.
And she's like, David.
First off, that's another like. The fact that his legs came off of nowhere, like, come on.
Yeah, they like were pulling his guts out, and he just like popped apart like a crash test.
Oh my god, they shot him and his arm fell off. That's all I thought of. I was like, oh my god.
That's why you always leave a note.
God. I was like, this is just too much, but I loved it. I did. I'm not even gonna lie. It was good.
That's why you don't yell. Don't hit the gas. Hilarious. My arm is in the ropes. What? It sounds like you're saying hit the gas. Don't hit the gas. I can't hear you. The children are yelling.
By the way, I have to give you credit, man. Every time I listen to an episode, your voices are top notch. I'm not even gonna lie, man.
Thank you.
Even that one of Jeffrey Tambor. This is a great voice.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, I've been calling you the talent since day one. Talent is talent.
It makes me feel good. I know that's not the line now, but I still always say it that way.
No, that is the line.
Isn't it?
What was the other?
I think he says that makes me happy.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But I was like, it makes me feel good.
I like that one better.
Yeah, me too. I'm better at saying it.
Yeah. It makes me feel good. Good times. Oh, Spider-Man. And just so everybody knows, I watched the Spider-Man trailer.
Yeah, he did.
And I watched the new Matrix trailer.
Yeah.
I watched them both on my birthday. It was good. It was a good time.
That would have been a great day.
It was a good time. I was like, yeah, why not today? I caught off like 3 days in a row. I didn't want to go to work. The first 2 days, I wasn't feeling good at all. Now on my birthday, I was like, I'm not really feeling good today either. Yeah, I'll go off.
There you go.
Then I started feeling better. It was weird. As soon as I caught off, I was like, I feel great now.
And then the, what is it, the Wachowski? Is that the name of the director?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Atlanta? Yeah.
They were like, let's drop this trailer.
Easy.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's funny that Tyler was like, oh, they decided to drop the trailer on Keith's birthday.
Damn right.
How
Tyler
appropriate.
knows.
He
Tyler
knew.
knows.
He knew.
I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, they did. I was like, it's a good day. I was like, great people were born on this day. A la me, motherfucker. It's funny. One of my roommates, me and her, we had the same birthday. And this guy I work with at the old restaurant I worked at, we had the same birthday. I usually wish him a happy birthday. I didn't feel like it this year. They didn't wish me happy birthday either, so.
Oh, well then.
So yeah, easy peasy. So I feel bad. I like my roommate. She was cool, but she has a kid now. She's married now.
Year.
I get it.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe, but whatever. Either way, enough about me. You got any more likes?
Nope. That's it. I liked it all. Let's be honest.
I'm trying to think what else I like. I did like it. I'm not even gonna lie. I did. It was funny. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Dislikes. Do you have any?
I have none.
Chris points at me. I'm like, well, do you have? You've seen this movie a million times.
Yeah,
Tell me what you dislike.
I have none.
I know. Doesn't that not suck? But like, you just don't have any likes because it's one of your favorite movies. I get it.
I do, and it's weird that in this trilogy, this is the one that I probably like the least.
Really?
Yes,
but you've only seen World's End.
I've only seen it. That's the one I've seen the least number of times. Okay. But I really like that one.
I swear I've seen some of that. I know I've seen some of that because I think I told you because we were talking about it. And I think I told you like the plot of it or something because that's where they have to go to every bar, right?
Yep. They're doing the pub crawl.
Yeah, so I've seen it, but I haven't. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I know that part. Okay, my dislikes. I don't think I have any dislikes.
Okay.
I'm okay with it being made in 2004. I don't have a problem with me seeing it 17 years later. That's like even looking at it, I'm like, no, this is fine. This is good because I also don't live in the UK, and I also assume that that's what it looks like now.
No idea. I've never been. I probably never will be there.
I don't think I'll go. But also, yeah. So I really don't have an issue with that. So I'm trying to think if I didn't have any issues with any way the characters are portrayed. They were funny. Yeah. I don't have any dislikes either, man.
Nice.
But I do have a question.
Hit me.
Cornetto.
What?
What does that mean?
It's those little ice creams.
No, I got that. Why is it called a Cornetto Trilogy?
Because in each one, there's one of them.
Oh.
That's like the only thing that ties them together. It's the same. It's a lot of the same actors, but they don't play the same roles. They're not like self-referential or anything.
Oh, okay.
It's just like there's a different ice cream cone thing in each movie.
That's hilarious.
And that's the only thing that like ties it together.
That's funny.
And it's like in the third one, it's like a blink and you'll miss it thing. In the World's End one.
So the Winchester Pub is not in the third one?
Nope.
Wow. I would expect it to be. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny though.
It's like 12 or 10 different ones.
There's another movie like that. There's a couple movies like that where the only thing that ties them together is something that has nothing to do with the characters. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what movie it is, but I've seen movies like that and I'm like, I like that. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Or either they reference it or something.
Because I don't even think it's like a shared universe type thing. Because like there's no mention of zombies in the other ones. There's no mention of what happens in the next one, and the other ones there's no mention of what happens in the third one. I mean, also the third one's the end of it. But yeah, like there's nothing besides just like the ice creams. That's it.
That's funny.
And I think that's just a weird. It's a weird thing to tie together because I'd never heard of a Cornetto before anything.
Probably a UK thing.
Yeah, probably.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because he actually says it in this one. He's like, "Give me a Cornetto."
He's like, "What do you want for a shot?" Cornetto.
Because my thing is, first off, unless this like, if that's the only thing that they sell, you're not getting a thing. Hey, give me, whatever. Give me some Doritos. Well, you're gonna get the kind that I like. I don't care what kind you like because
Sweet
you
chili.
didn't give me as. I do like.
Those are yummy.
I think they're spicy sweet chili. I think is what they're called.
It's like
There's no spice in them at all. They're delicious.
I think they have like just enough spice, like to know it's there. They are very yummy.
They're so good. Very good. So for the longest time, my girlfriend always buy me those. She'd be like, I'm like, hey, give me some chips at the store. She was like, oh yeah, you like the one Doritos? I'm like, yep. And she'd come back with spicy nacho, and I was like, fuck, I hate spicy nacho. And every time I'd be like, she was like, these are the ones you like, right? I'm like, she's like, no, they're not, are they? I was like, nope. She's like, damn it, I keep getting the wrong ones. I'm like, yeah. I was like, it's a purple bag. And the spicy nacho isn't like, it's a dark red.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really look purple, but it's dark red. So like.
Yeah, because the sweet chili one is like dark, like almost black purple.
Yeah, it's
Or it's like partially black and purple, I think.
Yeah, kind of. And I'm just like, whatever. And then this happened like 3 times. She got me to spice. I'm like, I'll eat it. I don't like spicy food, so I'm like, I'll eat it. I appreciate it. I'm not going to be mad at you for giving me something that I asked for. Even if it's wrong, I'm not going to be mad.
You're good, man.
But also, it's spicy. I want it. But I eat it. But then recently she's been like, this one, right? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not getting chips this time. She's like, but it's this one, right? I'm like, yes, it is. Like, I'm like, okay, she's learning, gonna teach her. No, I'm just fine. But yeah. But either way, Cornetto. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. I don't have any dislikes, and yeah. So let's go to Slushie review then. Slushie Meter. I'll let you go first.
5.
Nice.
To be fair, I feel like all of these 3 movies are probably going to get 5s from me.
That's okay.
Because I like them all quite a bit.
That's
and
fair.
This just happens to be like the pink starburst of the 3.
Facts.
And something's got to be it if we're ranking them, which we rank movies on a podcast. So it's going to be on there.
Facts.
Yeah.
5.
So it's 5 for me.
No, it's fair. I mean, because I was just like I was saying, I listened to the Star Wars one, and 7, 8, 9 are pretty high up for me, and I ranked them like 4, 4.5, and I think 5. No, 4.5, 4, 4.5 is what I ranked them, because I think Last Jedi got a 4, and then when we ranked them, I'm pretty sure I put The Last Jedi before Force Awakens. I'm pretty sure, and I'm like, what?
I mean, if you liked it more, you liked it more.
I didn't rank it like I liked it more.
Well,
like I didn't rate it, so I was like, okay, well, whatever. It's my list. I don't give a shit. Listen, I know what my bottom 5 were.
Well, because then you say that like your list is subject to change based on like which ones you've watched more recently or stuff like that. So there you go.
Because if I watch The Last Jedi, it can always be my favorite. Because once you watch it, I'm like,
because you had definitely seen Last Jedi before or more recently than Force Awakens at that point, because it was the next one in the like watch list at least.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. But yeah, so either way, my ranking, I'll probably give it a 4. I think it was pretty good.
There you go.
It was pretty good. I didn't mind it. I thought it was hilarious. And here's my thing. The reason why I give this a 4 and not any lower is because the movie was made for the reason why the movie was made. And what I mean by that is it's a dumb movie. Fair, right? Like, it's a dumb movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a UK movie. And there's a lot of things that I didn't understand. But it wasn't really for me to understand it. Some of the terms that they used, didn't know. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, don't know what that means. But I understood the context. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I understand what you're saying. But like literally that first conversation, I mean, Ed was using all kinds of words. I was just like, but I knew what he was talking about. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, cool. And so it's like me giving this movie a 4 is the same way I would give Scary Movie a 4. We know what it's about. We know what they're doing. It's dumb. Like you said, his legs came off and then she started beating zombies with the legs. You can't really get mad at a movie if you know it's going to be that.
Nope.
This isn't like World War Z. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
With Brad Pitt?
Yes.
If that happened in that, I'd be like, okay.
Because that one was super serious the whole way through.
Exactly. Like, the Fonz jumped the fucking shark. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no... You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no, okay, this is ridiculous. But with this movie, from the beginning, it was hilarious.
It was not shy about the fact that it was going to be like a goofy comedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like goofy comedies.
And it delivered.
We watched the other guys.
Yeah.
The other guys was amazing. We can also watch that's what we need to do. Watch Step Brothers, Talladega Nights.
Oh boy.
Just to get a Will Ferrell. I know we hate Will Ferrell, but you know.
Yeah, I don't really like that guy.
Every time.
I do like. I did like Step Brothers.
Did you not like Talladega Nights?
I did like Talladega Nights.
Okay, you did like that one. Okay.
I did like Anchorman.
Ooh, Anchorman.
I did like the other guys.
Yeah.
I did like Megamind.
Oh,
I don't like Will Ferrell though.
Don't.
No.
I figured it out after the third one. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for it.
No, we like him.
I figured it out. I was like, okay, I see what he's doing.
We likes him.
What about Old School?
I haven't seen that in a while, but yes, I do remember liking that one.
I saw that a couple years ago, but not when it first came out. When everyone's I used to not like Will Ferrell. I started liking. I think I told you this. I started liking Will Ferrell because of he did a one-man show as George Bush on Showtime one time, and I watched it, and I was like, this man is the funniest man I've ever seen in my life because he was a good George Bush. And George Bush 2, whatever, I don't know who's who. Hilarious. He was so fucking funny and dumb because George Bush is an idiot. And he was so stupid. And he was just
really,
like...
Keith, on the 20th anniversary of 9/11, you're
yes,
George Bush an idiot.
Yes. Still. Matter of fact, more so. I love... There was a meme. I don't know if I sent it to you. Maybe I did. Maybe I saw it somewhere else. There's a meme of, because we just got out of Afghanistan, and it was like, who should we blame? It was like Biden, Trump, Obama, and then it shows like Bush like smoking a cigarette or doing something like, what about me? And I'm like, yes. Can we? But either way, not to get into politics, but still, I was like,
mission accomplished.
Same. Oh my. All I think about is fucking Black Bush. You ever seen that?
No.
Oh, you should watch that. Black Bush, Dave Chappelle. It's the funniest thing in the world.
God.
He was like, obviously this is before Obama, but he was like, if a black man was president during these times, he was like, oh, they would ask him so many questions. So many fucking questions. And like the one he goes, he was like, oh, what the fuck did he say? Oh, he was like, why'd you do this? He was like, because they tried to kill my father. Because they tried to kill my father. And he was like, what? We heard you went to war because of oil. He was like, what? Oil? Oh, who said oil? Oil? Bitch, you cooking? Oil? And then he like just flips everything off the table. He's like, run, motherfuckers.
Was that on Chappelle Show?
Yes,
or
it was.
Huh.
It was the second season.
I don't think I'd seen that.
The funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think I'd seen Black Bush.
It was him. Fuck, what's his name? Ashley Larry. I can't think of his real name. His vice president was Mos Def, the rapper. His like head of security was this dude that used to clean the building at the Chappelle Show because he could do some kind of weird sound. So they just made him do that on camera because they even talked about it. He was like, we don't know who this guy is, but he could do this weird sound. So we put him on camera. And then Jamie Foxx was on there on that episode, and somebody else. And then he came in the mission accomplished thing. He comes in with the like fighter helmet on. He's like, you see him? We rocked them. We rocked those Bamas. He's like, you see me in the ship? The funniest shit in the world, bro. Watch it. You will not be disappointed. Anything Dave Chappelle, you won't be disappointed, to be fair. But either way. But back to Cornettos. I always thought it was a person. Didn't know. Either way, what else you got?
That's all I got.
Facts. Same. So you gave it a 5. I gave it a 4. The next movie is Hot Fuzz, and then the movie after that is called At World's End.
The World's End.
Oh, I've been saying At World's End, which is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's the third Pirates movie.
Which is a good one, and I like that one.
Yes.
That's the one where he gets eaten by... Or is that the second one?
We get seen by the Kraken?
Yeah.
That's the second one. It's the end of the second one.
So good.
Dead Man's Chest.
Oh, man.
I like those movies.
Have you seen 4?
4, I don't remember as well, but I did see it.
About 5.
5, I saw in the theater, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, what?
Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Was that the one with Penelope Cruz?
I think that's...
His sister?
Ooh, that might be the 4th one. Or maybe that is that one. Because I forget. Because it's 1, 2, and 3 is 1, 2, and 3. 4, it's like him and Blackbeard looking for the Fountain of Youth. And I think they have like a mermaid held hostage. Penelope Cruz might be in that one. And the 5th one, it's, shit. I can't think of the actor's name. But he's like a dead guy. And he has like a crew of dead pirates. And they're looking for, I think, like Neptune's trident or Poseidon's trident or something, because it like holds the key to all ocean curses. And that one's on Disney Plus. 1, 2, 3, and 5 are on Disney Plus. 4 is not.
That's why I think 5 has Penelope Cruz, because we wouldn't started it.
Right.
And I was like, because at the very beginning they fight, but you don't know it's Penelope Cruz. You just see him fighting with somebody else, and then she looks up, and it's like, oh, who's this lady? And then I think Keith Richards comes back in that one too, their dad or whatever, and looked just like fucking Johnny Depp, no lie. But because I think that's what he said he was going for when he did the first one. He was like, I was trying to look like Keith Richards. And then they brought him on as his dad in the third one.
He said that's who he like modeled the character after. Like, how would you think to be him? I don't know.
But also,
I don't know shit enough about Keith Richards to know how to act like him, but apparently Johnny Depp does. So, and he made like a 5, I don't know, not quintilogy. I don't know. He made a 5-movie series out of it, so he did it.
Well, yeah, and also in the third one when he shows up, I was like, oh, looks just like him.
As his father.
I was like,
with the guitar.
Hilarious. Those movies are good.
I like those.
Yeah.
I would not be mad if we did those at some point.
That's on our list.
We'd have to find the 4th one. I think it's on, because I think it's on like a Stars app, or like a Stars upgrade on some app, because I'm pretty sure it was on Amazon Prime with Stars when I was watching those Resident Evil movies.
Oh, okay.
I think I was like, oh shit, Pirates of the Caribbean 4 is on here. We should watch that. And then it expired. Or it was about to expire in the trials. And I was like, I'm not paying for this.
That's fair.
Yeah,
don't do like
pull
me.
the plug on that one.
I know, I did that with HBO Max and I paid for it for 2 months like an idiot. But now I use my sisters.
There you go.
Fuck it. It is what it is. Listen, I could just cable if I want all this bullshit. So
at a certain point, but then you still wouldn't be able to watch some shit.
No, I wouldn't, and that's another reason why.
So like all the movies would still be on fucking all the services.
At this point, the only thing I pay for is Disney Plus, and that's because it's on my Verizon bill, and I got it for free for a year because of Verizon, which was amazing. And then they started charging me for it, which was less amazing, but still okay. Oh, and I pay for Peacock.
Okay.
Kind of.
He's got to get that office fixed.
Well, yeah. I'm on the Leads episode. They get the leads from corporate. Hilarious.
I'm not a shark. I'm not a shark, all right?
It's like, Michael. It's like, Dwight, pay attention. I need your undivided attention. You can't handle my undivided attention.
I love that line.
It's such a good line, right?
Because I don't even know what it means. What does that even mean?
But I feel like I want to say it to somebody.
Right.
But no one's asked for my undivided attention.
I'm pretty sure I've said it to somebody. But I also think I said it like really quietly, which made it like weirder. And I don't think they heard me.
Hilarious. Oh man!
But that is such a good line.
It is.
It is. Attention. What does that imply? I don't know. It's good though.
For Dwight, it's great. Like it makes sense. You don't know what it means, but it makes sense.
It's threatening. It's like vaguely threatening.
Which is
so
fair.
It's Dwight.
Michael, what did I tell you? He's like, earlier, I want to apologize about how I said to you about finding the leads. but did you find them? Did you get them? You're like, call me or page me. Dwight out.
Yeah, because everyone starts treating him like shit.
Oh yeah, they all did, including Jim. Everybody.
I think I forgot what fucking Phyllis.
She calls him like a numbnuts or something like that.
Yeah, it's like
she was like,
she calls him.
Hand him over, numbnuts.
Yeah, like in front of everybody.
Goddamn. She was like, I mean, Michael, hand him over.
Yeah, and then he was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So good.
Classic. Oh man, good times. Anyway, I guess we should not talk about The Office. I mean, if you haven't listened yet,
if you took down every episode of the podcast that we talked about The Office in, I don't think there'd be any episodes left for you to listen to.
I agree, because I know I use it on an everyday basis.
If you were like, we can't use this episode because we talk about The Office, or we can't use this episode because we talk about Batman.
Oh man,
there'd be nothing. There'd be nothing left.
What podcast?
There'd be nothing left. Especially the DC ones, notwithstanding.
Yeah.
Like the first 10 episodes was us mostly just bitching about Batman.
Yeah.
Even though we both enjoy him.
I love Batman.
Yeah.
He's great. Also, he's not that great.
Still going to complain about him.
Yeah, he's great, but he's not that great.
Okay. Let's bitch about Batman for a sec.
Yes.
I'm on... I think on Reddit, like a member of this group, I think it's called Who Would Win or whatever. And there's people going off like, man, I'm so sick of people saying Batman could fucking beat everybody. They act like he's so overpowered because he's like smart and whatever. And then they're like, okay, he's only that way. I don't read the comics. I don't read DC comics like that. I don't read DC comics at all, really.
Facts.
And they're like, Batman's only like overpowered when it's him with the Justice League. Because when it's him in Gotham, he's getting his ass beat by everybody. He's like even ground with the Joker. But when it's him in the Justice League, and he's like shoulder to shoulder with Superman, they're like fighting back to back against like space gods and aliens, and Batman's keeping up.
Right.
So they're like, there's no consistency here with his character. So therefore, I don't see how you can argue with me one way or the other.
Let's think about this. He lost to the Mad Hatter, the Riddler, Scarecrow, Penguin, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, all people that you could restrain with handcuffs. And he got his back broken in the comics and in the movies by Bane. Mm-hmm. He lost to Two-Face. Like, none of these people have powers. And you're going to tell me the lasered eye, cool breath, son of God can't beat him?
Of course he can.
Fuck off.
Of course he fucking can.
Fuck you.
I think because that's the other thing that people rant about is like the prep time thing. Like, oh yeah, Batman with prep time, and they're always like, okay, when Batman has prep time, he's not beating them in a fight. And they were referencing like comic things like when Batman has prep time, he's like poisoning some. If I poison somebody's fucking drink, it doesn't mean I beat you in a fight. It doesn't mean I'm stronger than you. It just means I poisoned you.
Facts. But also, you got to make him take that drink. Yeah. Superman doesn't need to do that.
Yeah, Superman doesn't be like, oh, here, you thirsty? Superman's like, oh, laser eyes,
also,
you're fucking dead.
I can see the poison in the drink because he's Superman.
It's like he can just look at the glass and like,
heat it up enough to destroy the poison.
Yeah, he'll like boil it with his, or he'd freeze it solid and beat you to death with it.
Again, I've said this before, and I've said this on the podcast. If a superhero can die the same way I can die, you're not really a superhero. Batman can get shot in the face any point in time, in the chin, in the teeth, and he can be out. So can me. Guess who that can't happen to? Superman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
That's fair.
Martian Manhunter. I don't know what his powers, but I'm pretty sure. Probably not. Green Lantern, maybe. I don't know what they do. Aquaman, no.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of Marvel characters who probably die from a shotgun blast in the face, but, you know.
But we don't ever talk about that, though.
I'm also not arguing that they could beat Superman in a fight.
Same.
Because they couldn't.
Same.
I love Captain America. Superman would rip him in half.
Same.
If he was so inclined.
Absolutely.
I love Ant-Man. Superman would destroy him if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He would kill Elm. Like, I think in Marvel, there's someone called like Sentry or Hyperion that's like basically Marvel's equivalent of Superman.
Oh, really?
And guess what? don't give a shit about him because he's not. I think he's one of those characters that's just there, and they don't use him a lot because why would you when there's like other interesting characters that they already have
He's
rather than
probably
like rather than like an OP character that's like a rehash of an existing character that everybody already loves.
Fair.
So like, why bother?
But and that's my thing. Like the only thing that's come out, like DC, that's always the argument. Always been the
It's
argument.
the prep time thing.
Well, just him versus Superman or him versus Justice League, whatever. Every single video I've seen of Justice League stuff, like even cartoons on Facebook, have been, this is how he would beat the Justice League, whatever. Okay, great, good, great, we got it. Even though it's not real, even in this fake world, it's not real either. I'm cool with that. In Marvel, when people argue about it, there's a clear distinction. It's like, hey, when people were talking stupid, they were like, Iron Man versus Thor. And you just look at them like, well, you're dumb. Like, I get you like Iron Man. This is a god, though.
Yeah.
But I get you like Iron Man. Just say you like Iron Man. But this is a god. And they're like, well, what about with his bleeding edge technology? God, though. And also not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. Then they're like, now they're talking about like who's powerful in the MCU now. And I'm pretty sure we can name the top 3. And everybody else pales in comparison.
Yeah.
And for me, the top 3, and I'm not even going to count Thor, is Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Captain Marvel.
Ooh.
That's me.
I was expecting Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, and current God level Thor, but Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange isn't weak. I feel like they
listen. What If gave me a lot of ammo for that.
I feel like he was kept out of that fight in Infinity War or in Endgame because he would have been doing a lot. He would have been like a lot of other people for the same reason Captain Marvel didn't show up till the end.
Fair.
And then did some shit.
And
like Doctor Strange would have done a ton of stuff if he was out there not holding the flood back, which I think I complained a little about that at some point. I was like, all he got to do was hold some water back.
Yeah.
He's gonna get his moment, I'm sure. But he had his fucking one-on-one with Thanos in the first one. And he didn't defeat him. He didn't harm him. But he held him off pretty well.
Yeah, he did, but he got beat.
Oh, yeah, he definitely did.
Definitely lost.
But everyone lost to Thanos in that one.
That's fair.
Everybody.
He had 4 stones. Oh, he had 5 stones at that point.
Thor hit him in the chest with an axe, and he only lost because Thanos rewound time.
Yeah.
I'm not to say that Thanos might not have survived from that, because he's...
Well, no, that was after he rewound time. He rewound time for Vision's gem.
Oh, yeah, and then he snapped him.
Yeah, then he snapped. That's how he got away. Don't know how he healed himself, but that's not neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because he snapped and then portaled himself out of there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he didn't even rewind. He fucking took the axe.
Yeah.
And lived. Mm-hmm. He was fucked up.
He took a full force of a star, boy.
But yeah, like that's a fair top 3 because mine was going to be Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, and Thor, but I'd forgotten about Doctor Strange. Nuts not really to be fucked with.
I think because we're talking about magic, I just think Doctor Strange could fuck Thor up. Thor is, and I don't know much about him in the comics, more or less. I understand more about him as far as Norse mythology, but from what I understand, he's very brute force, and that's easy for Strange.
He's got fucking magic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that. So it's okay. Brute force me. Okay, well you're dead because listen, and that's the thing. Thanos did not brute force him. He outsmarted Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he fucking use the space and reality stone to bring the surface of the planet close enough to him that he could snatch him up.
And then he tried to put him in a mirror dimension, and he broke that shit.
Yep.
So like he was, and it had nothing to do with Bruce strength. And then he changed reality on Doctor Strange, if I remember correctly, and that's how Doctor Strange got knocked out. And then he did something else. He changed reality, and everybody flew away, or something like that. And that's why, or was it the moon? Something happened in reality. He either brought the moon, and that's what fucked everybody up. But remember, Spider-Man had to go save people. Yeah.
I think the gravity was changing on the planet.
Oh, maybe that's what it was, something like that. But
Like,
yeah,
people were starting to float away, or they were, and he was just like, tss, tss, tss.
yeah. So like, yeah,
Watch
Thor.
that again.
Thor. I know. I just watched it. Every
time I talk about it with people, like, I need to watch that movie again.
I just watched it like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, now I'm gonna watch Endgame, and I was like, Keith, you're not doing too well right now.
Oh,
You should probably not. I'm gonna be in a puddle of tears watching Endgame the first fucking 3 minutes.
ready to get hurt again.
Exactly. I was like, no, I don't need that. And then last night, that's why I ended up watching Superstore, because I was like, I could watch Endgame. No. It was already late, and I was tired. I just got off work, and I was
Something's
like,
gonna make me smile.
yeah. I was like, let me find some good stuff. I
There you
gotta
go.
figure out my movies before because I'll end up like, you know what? We're not recording today. Either way, I guess we could be done with this episode.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know how we got to Avengers, but
We always get back to it.
zombies are Avengers level threat. And what if they were?
Yeah,
Watch What If, guys. It's a good show.
I like it.
I think it's underrated.
It's dark.
I think even me watching it and being late is like I'm underrating it myself. But every time I watch it, I'm like, this is amazing.
Same, because I keep forgetting. I'm like, every Wednesday, like, I feel like there's something I was supposed to watch today.
This last one, I was like, okay.
And I'm like, oh shit, it's Wednesday. I gotta watch What If.
Yup.
Yeah.
I sat down to eat after I got off work, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it because it was 2:50, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and because I get off work at 2:30 in the morning, so I was like, 3:00, here we go, and I turned it on, and I was like, I want to text Chris so bad. I really wanted to text you because I was like, don't text me tomorrow. Text me tomorrow. And then when I texted you, you're like, about to watch it now.
I literally
yes.
just started it. I had actually just started because I was talking to Megan. I was like, do you want to watch it with me? She's like, maybe. What is it? I was like, it's zombies. And she's like, okay, I'll watch it.
And that's the thing. I didn't know what was the next. I tried not to read the title.
I had only seen it because like the day before a page I follow on Facebook was like, tomorrow's episode is this. And I was like, okay, that's not really a spoiler, I guess, because it's not like, I guess it doesn't matter if you tell me like what the premise of the episode is, because I knew it existed in the thing. I knew it was going to be an episode. The only ones that have been surprises so far were episode 3 and 4 to me, because everyone knew that Captain Carter was going to be a thing. Everyone knew that T'Challa Star-Lord was going to be a thing, and everybody knew that Marvel Zombies were going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Based on the trailers. I didn't know Hank Pym was going to go on a fucking killing spree in episode 3, and I did not know that Doctor Strange was going to end reality in the 4th episode because he was sad. So let's see what 6 is.
I mean, at this point, I'm excited. I don't remember anything else. Like any of what else is going to happen. Like I can't think of it.
Same.
So
because I also don't know, like I don't remember what things were shown aside from those like 3 specific things I know I saw.
Yeah.
I want to say I remember one other thing, but I don't know if it was from the last episode or if it's going to be coming up.
Can't be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just excited because this Shang-Chi, woo, baby, loved it. That was a good show.
It's very good.
That was a good movie. I kind of want to watch it again. I still need to take my son to go see it.
There you go.
I thought about doing it today, and then I woke up and I did not feel good.
Oh.
But I just was tired, and I was like, I don't want to do anything. Honestly, I texted Lydia, my girlfriend. I texted her. I was like, hey, because you texted me. You're like, are we getting together? And I'm like, in my head, I was like, no, I don't think I will. I texted her, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? She's like, oh, Megan's coming over. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's cool. I was like, that's great. Yeah, let's do it. And then she was like, are you okay? I was like, not really. She's like, you seem demotivated. She's like, I don't want to say that. I was like, no, that's exactly what it is. I don't feel like doing anything. I was like, but I can definitely watch a movie. I was like, but I was laying in bed the whole time. And I was like, just let me get out of bed. Once I get out of bed, I'll be fine. And I'm fine.
There you go.
At least I think so. Either way, let's finish this episode. So that was Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
A Cornetto Trilogy. The part 1, I guess. Not even part 1, but part of it.
Yeah.
Next up is Hot Fuzz, and then World's End. not at World's End. That's a different movie. That's part of the Johnny Depp trilogy. Quintilogy. Either way, that's it. Anything else?
I got nothing.
Okay. This has been Keith.
And Chris.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.